Hello, I am going to do a review on the Ginault Ocean Rover with date model. Bear with me, I'm using my camera iPhone 6 to record this video. I'm doing this review as a very beginner watch collector, and actually first YouTube video. So I would say please just bear with me. Okay, so on my review, something that I really wanted to offer is especially for new watch collectors who might be starting off their collection with the very popular SKX 007. This is a watch that I know many people start off their collections with. It's very popular, so I thought it would be a perfect comparison, at least for size wise. I know that when it comes to quality and what this watch offers compared to the SKX is not nowhere near the same, but since this is a very popular watch, I think it's kind of perfect just to give people an idea from the size perspective. How does it look side by side? If you have this, it'll help you. Okay, so that's kind of how it looks on the side, and then from an angle, from a side view, this is what it looks like. Now, what I can tell you, owning both of these watches, I can tell you that wearing the 007, I've always felt that it wasn't very secure on my wrist. I would feel it throughout the day kind of move, and I don't know, maybe that's due to this strap that I have on, maybe that's the case, but I'd always noticed how tall it was. It would sometimes get in the way of my long sleeve shirts. Now with the Ocean Rover, I don't have that problem. It is very secure, very comfortable, very slim. So it's not, when you compare it side by side, it doesn't look like it's that much thinner. But I can tell you that wearing it, it makes a difference. Definitely. If you are wearing long sleeves and even throughout the day, just moving your arm up and down, you just throughout the day, you just don't feel this watch as much as you do with this one. That I could definitely tell you. From the looks of them, the size wise, they're not that much. Other than that, to me, I know this is a 42 compared to a 40 millimeter on wide, but I can tell you that that doesn't really, it's not that big of a difference to me. But I definitely feel the difference in the how tall it is. And another big difference that I noticed between these two watches is the dial. How deep black this looks. How the sheen that it has. It just gives it a different, more luxurious, more high quality feel when you, at least a look when you're looking at this watch, the Ocean Rover, compared to the 007. This is a very nice watch, don't get me wrong, but compared side by side, you can kind of just, it just looks like this is more quality, definitely. So I'll put this one away, and let's concentrate on the Ocean Rover. So for my review, I really want to cover some of the main highlights for me. Why does this watch kind of stick out to me? So for when I covered the dial, that's a huge difference. If it being that deep black, it just really sticks. It really just even though it's not a very flashy watch, I can tell you that with that black dial, it just looks very nice, very I guess look luxurious in a way. Even though there's no diamonds or gold or anything like that, it just looks very well made, very high quality. The bracelet, I know there's a lot of the reviews talk about this bracelet, and I can tell you they are absolutely right. It feels very nice. I mean, to the feel, it feels smooth to the touch. I can it has a very design to it, but the main feature that I really like is this tapered design that they did, that it gets more narrow. And then this clasp, the way that you can make micro adjustments when you are wearing it throughout the day, that is an awesome feature, definitely worth it. I can tell you that, I have a very thin wrist, so this watch allows me to customize it how I like to wear that watch, and that might change throughout the day. Maybe I want it a little bit looser, or maybe I want it a little bit tighter. Maybe I'm gonna do some activity that I wanted more secure. But this watch makes it possible for you to make those changes throughout the day, and that's an awesome feature. It just always feels comfortable on you because it allows you to make those changes very easy. So that is a huge benefit, and I love those NATO bands and all, but having that feature on this metal band, I want to use this one now. I don't even want to take this band off. So let's see, what else do I really like about it? I love the date function. That's why I opted for it. I am very happy that Ginault is now offering that option. And then the quality that they offered with this date function. The number one thing that I like about it is that they did an excellent job with the magnification. I don't know if the camera is really doing justice for it, but that date really just jumps at you. It's very clear. It's magnified. I don't know if it's the 2.5 times. It definitely feels that way when I look at the original date on the side. But compared through the Cyclops, it really does a really good job. They did a really nice job with the magnification. No complaints there at all. And then the other feature that I really like about the date is that when the minute hand and the hour hand, of course, reaches to the midnight time, that date changes right on midnight. I mean, there's no hesitation. It's not like a slow movement. It's on point right when it hits midnight. And I've noticed that a lot of YouTube videos and reviews, they talk about that's like a sign that it's a very good movement inside. I don't know if that is true or not. I've seen some videos that claim that, but I can tell you that it is a nice feature. If it is, if it isn't, I personally I like that. It just kind of shows how precise it is, and then I like that this watch does that. It executes that very very well. So that's a definitely bonus. Another thing that I really like about this watch is the back. I'll open this up so you can get a better look. But in the on the back case, now they don't have like a big symbol here or anything. It's just like a brushed nickel look, but it's smooth. It doesn't feel that it would stick to you in any way. It just feels very smooth. And then on the side here, they have their like serial number, their brand, their name, and then they also have like this beveled edge, which I want to point out that you don't feel that. There's little lines here. You don't feel that when you're wearing the watch, but when you touch it here on the side, yes, I definitely do feel all those little edges, and it just feels nice. And I'm glad that you don't feel it when you have it on. So I don't know if that would be uncomfortable, but you don't feel it at all. And when you touch it, you do feel it here on the side. And it just shows the quality of this watch, how they're just putting so many little attention to details, things like that, that when you really examine this watch, you learn to appreciate those things. So Ginault, awesome job there. Those are some of the features that I really enjoy about this watch. So the big question for me, I'm a fairly new, consider myself a very rookie watch collector. I have some Citizen, some Aviator watches. I have the 007, some very common watches, nothing over the top. But I can tell you that as a beginner watch collector, I am very happy with this purchase. I think that Ginault is doing an excellent job. For someone like me, would I buy this watch again? Yes. Is it expensive? Yes. It is over $1,000. But I can tell you that for a beginner watch collector, to justify $1,000 for a watch, you would have to be someone who says, I love the look of the Rolex sub, but I don't want to spend $8,000. I'm not ready to spend $8,000. But at the same time, I don't want to give up on quality. I don't want to give up on craftsmanship. I want something that's still nice without spending all that much money. And I want something that offers me the versatility, the look, the design, something that I'm gonna be able to wear with almost everything. All the kind of benefits of the Rolex except that status symbol, that this is gonna offer you this. If you're not after that Rolex symbol and you just want to wear something that feels nice, that has a lot of good qualities, something that's going to be classy, and versatile, this is the watch to get. No doubt to my mind. I know that it is expensive, but I do believe that there is a market for that. There is a market for people who want something more in the middle, where I'm not just gonna give up in so much of the quality features of a nice watch, but yet I don't have to go to the extreme of paying thousands of dollars. So I do think Ginault is onto something. I think they will get a lot of interested buyers. Maybe not at the full retail price, but I know that when I was looking for watches similar, this watch, I'm very glad that I was in the market when I was in the market, and that this was an option for me. So definitely recommend it. Let's see if anything else that I've covered. I'll give you another look at the SKX 007 to compare. But overall, I hope this helps you. If you are considering purchasing this watch, I can tell you that from a beginner's perspective, I can tell you that you definitely notice the quality on this watch, even from a beginner. And when it comes to watches, you kind of do have to learn a lot about watches in order to kind of like appreciate, I would say, the little minor details that an average person might not know, right? Because if I put this watch compared to this one, someone who's not into watches might say, "Oh, yeah, maybe you weren't wearing the same watch yesterday if you wore this one compared to this one." But I guess someone who knows about watches will be able to right away know that these are miles apart from each other. And as you learn more about watches and timepieces, you learn to appreciate these type of watches and what this watch offers. And I think that's what I really love about this watch. That it's a watch that you will grow as you appreciate and learn more about watches. This is a watch that will kind of give you, I guess, room to grow in your new hobby of watch collecting and appreciating this watch. So I definitely recommend it. Hope this helps you, and have a good one. Take care.